This document, the things that Dr. Gerasimov told me. I can't process it. It sounds unbelievable, but I think it's true. And if it is, then we have to go. Lara will come with us, I'm sure. Perhaps Vadim as well. have lost them. I have to accept that. To Andre or to William, it makes no difference. Those few of us who are left will follow Dr. Gerasimov to the canyon.
What are you doing, babe?
I'm putting gold epaulets on your coat, like a Navy officer's. Everyone's in love with you. But if we're going to keep it that way, you need to look the part.
Her name was Riho. At least that's the name inscribed on the back. Artyom said she disappeared during the pogrom. Now Farid wants me to show it to the others, to make them realize that people have been hurt. I think they realize that already.
We are rising in rage now, that we may ascend into heaven. Come, brothers and sisters, for heaven is a place on earth, and we shall build it with our own hands. Compassion is a serpent we must slay.
There were several religious communities in Chernosk. Some of them predicted the end of the world, often pinpointing some specific date and time so they could clear their schedules for it. When it finally began with their families and friends, they didn't know what to do.
If I can get the drawbridge down, we'll be on our way.
This is it. Farewell, everyone.
We are coming back, aren't we?
If there's anything to come back to, things will be better. For all of us.
Driver, follow that group of terrified running people. The game is afoot. Goodbye, Eagleview. We hardly knew ye. If our mission works out for us, do better in the future. Great view. Somewhere off in that direction lies Chernosk, just waiting for us to pull through. Well, I'm no mountain ranger, but I don't think those giant rings are naturally occurring. We're getting close again. They stopped here to rest, our confused would-be heroes. The last breath before the plunge.
What do you think those giant rings are?
Dr. Gerasimov says they are focus amplifiers. I asked him to explain, but he said he didn't have the time to help me understand.
I must be prepared for the eventuality that we don't make it. The very least I can do is help whoever may come to tread in our footsteps. I'll be leaving my journal here, so it may survive, even if I don't.
Cars used to come around that bend. Anonymous vans and trucks, carrying shipments and personnel, honored guests. I wonder how many of them felt like they were being swallowed by this mountain, lost in its shadow.
Doctor, be honest. Is there any chance we may encounter crazies inside?
They are not crazy, they are victims. And yes, there's a chance. It's why we had to run in the first place. Good thing you brought your cudgel, no? The facility will have gone on automatic lockdown following the incident. It could be opened from inside or from the main office, but also from here. There's a hidden console in an armored casing. If we get that open, I have the code. Here, there's a hidden ladder behind the rock. We improvised with ropes when we left. But if I can get to the console, we should be able to get the ladder out. The Institute did nothing by halves. Keep an eye out for a key somewhere here. We need 2 of them to open the console, and I only have 1. But I know Dr. Kozlovsky left hers here when we stopped to rest. She might have buried it. So get digging. This is strange. The lockdown isn't in effect for the first floor, and the central override has been used. That means someone's been in there. Someone with access. And they might still be inside.
Why does this feel like walking down the barrel of a gun? A hope, a fault, an unfound door. This place is covered in that smell, like burned copper. I remember that smell now, like a dream. Like waking up to the scent of coffee or summer rain. Except this is what fear smells like.
Be advised. Main power compromised. Facility running on auxiliary power.
Fedorova was here. She'd sit behind this glass with a gun and a cup of coffee. Not entirely sure what she was protecting or who she was protecting it against.
Thomas, did you eat my sandwich again? Yeah, well, there was mayo on that, you dumbass. Mayo has eggs in it. Yeah, have fun with that. And don't worry about the sandwich. I ate your chicken drumstick instead.
Mrs. Humanity, the doctor will see you now. I hear the clicking of many keyboards. This place rested on a firm bureaucratic foundation, a global institution which funded research efforts in every field imaginable. Tile hard for a swift future. A sound mind in a healthy body. They were encouraged to rest regularly, to exercise and make time for social activities. They were to be a family united by work.
I've been slacking off lately. Nothing ever happens here if you don't count Joyce trying to get in everywhere she isn't supposed to be. Still, I need to stay sharp for the inspections, if nothing else.
A small library, but there's something for everyone. Scientific essays and manuals, literary classics, fantasy, children's books, the occasional filth for when those children finally fall asleep.
Hey, honey. Yeah, I'm reading Ulysses again. Takes my mind off the troubles we've been having with the emitter tables. I'm still trying to get Joyce interested in books, but she's too much in love with those comic books.
We should never have come here.
So here's where the dreams became reality, circuit by circuit. Grigori's tower, the giant rings, the devices they left in their trail all the way to Chernosk. All parts of the largest, most audacious machine ever built.
Dr. Anderson needs assistance with configuring one of the emitter tables. The signal strength is inconsistent over time. Look, you haven't exactly provided us with an instruction booklet, and you keep making changes. I'm not going to argue about this.
Dr. Karamov, if I may bother you for a moment? Thank you. I've been thinking about these simulated reality modules that you've been working on for the therapy department. Could they serve as emotional stimuli, do you think?
I am pleased with the latest reports.
It started out with mice and rabbits, then pigs, then monkeys. They tested drugs, beta blockers, shock therapy applied directly to the limbic system. This was many years ago. This is a calibrator, to calibrate things. Our old friend Salma worked on this once upon a time. Looks like you're supposed to slot something into it.
Be advised, routine maintenance is 54 days late.
It's unforgivable. A wanton breach of ethics.
We need concrete data from the emitter tables, something we can define and base the next step on, but the patient's minds keep resisting the scan. Morphine didn't help, and neither did halothane. Perhaps lorazepam? Dr. Ross, concerning this new conduit,
Dr. Ross, I cannot find words strong enough to express my distaste for this latest decision. We have always been strict with our ethics and accountability. If we do not abandon this line of research, I am afraid I will have to tender my resignation.
He's a person, not a component.
Doctor, are you okay?
No mere keypad for this floor. That's a DNA reader right there. Fancy tech.
Do you hear that? The laughter like angels.
Dad, I'm getting help!
Dr. Ross has asked me to turn off all the cameras on the bottom floor tonight, then help escort a delivery to the elevator. I asked for details, but he just smiled and winked behind those gold glasses of his. Ugh, what's with geniuses and being insufferable?
Riho, leave that! There's no time!
Don't you wonder what they're doing up there?
Farid, where are you?
Be advised, this week's team dinner will be beef stroganoff.
For such a remote location, they ate well. 3 kinds of granola, fresh fruit, protein shakes, Pancake Tuesdays, wine and sirloin to celebrate major breakthroughs. Imagine if Eagleview knew about this well-stocked pantry.
They're inside! Barricade the hallway!
They blocked the hallway to keep their friends and colleagues out. The friends and colleagues who were suddenly trying to murder them, laughing and screaming on the other side of the barricade. I wonder if they ever got out again.
Look, Mom! Argo the Barbarian is riding on the dragon. But the dragon is asleep.
I'm trying to work, Joyce. Go show it to Mommy, okay?
How We Saved the World by Pavel Kulik. No, too pretentious. How We Did It. Needs to catch the eye. Human Nature and How We Changed It. Should that be I instead of we? Or would that sound narcissistic?
Do we really want to raise Joyce in a place like this?
Back away, Doctor! Please!
Ugh. Did you just shiver too? Here we are, and there we are. Two rulers on two thrones, their voices crying out in endless echoes, crying out for each other with minds long since detached from their bodies, dwelling in a fragment of a mirror in which the world was once reflected. That doesn't feel like a smart thing to do, unless we want to see those red flashing lights again. Let's see what we can do differently this time.
I still have my bat!
Emitter relay important, low signal strength, very low.
I don't know what's going to happen to us. We restore to factory settings, revert everything they did, and this reality comes crashing down. Well, whatever awaits us, let's just hope it works this time. Right? Right. I'll see you on the flip side. Do you feel it? The signal hums out across the world, and for an instant they all sing along with it. A choir of the lucky and the brave. I can hear them. The mother who in anger killed her child. She swore, she cursed, she loathed her gentle heart. The slave who loved his chains, who clung to them in fear. Upon his skin the touch of steel was soft and safe and warm. The lovers who forgot the world. Theirs was a place of mingled water and idolized meiosis. A doorless room could be no safer. We have done what we can. What's left is them, and they are wind and dreams. Behold the human, who is flawed and perfect. Hey, kiddo. Are you awake?